How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Realit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today, guys, I want to just kind of do a quick video, because I've already made a ton of videos today talking about this topic, but I want to do a condensed video, bringing back some old rumors that I wanted to talk about for a long time, but I never get the time, it seems like, to actually get down to them, because always new stuff happens. So today, in this video, I want to kind of bring back some old stuff, and link it back to this new mold that we have in front of us, being this, quote-unquote leak of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I want to bring back this kind of mold and fill in the gaps and stuff and talk about it. So first things first, guys, as you know, this has been leaked, so to say. It's apparently a leak for now, as far as we've seen, but keep in mind that this stuff could also be fake. We never know, like, it's not been fully confirmed, but a lot of hints and a lot of things are pointing towards this being real, and based on the fact that Pokemon Go is so big, and them wanting to implement and make some sort of connection between these, this game and Pokemon Go, or these two games and Pokemon Go, it makes sense for them to do that, because Pokemon Go had 750 million players to download the game, so of course they want to capitalize on that as much as possible, and that makes sense. Also, there has been, rumors about the Pokemon Company meeting up with Niantic and stuff for the, past year or so, definitely something going on there, but I don't think the connection is going to be super large to the point where it's going to impact the gameplay much. I think the only connection is going to be just that you can trade your Pokemon from Pokemon Go to the game, and that's it, and maybe, log some activity, or, gain some XP on your Pokemon, kind of like a daycare on your phone, essentially, with Pokemon Go, while you're walking around, and then, connecting it back to the Switch and trading a Pokemon over. That's what I think what the extent is of that. But that's just besides the point. Now, I think this game is going to be a reboot. The reason why I think it's going to be a reboot is because this game will not have you playing as Red and Blue. And the reason I say this is because the actual leak says there'll be two versions, Pikachu and Eevee, and both Red and Blue will play a role in the story. You and your rival are new trainers. So basically it's confirming here that this is not a remake, because if it was a remake, you would be playing as Red or Blue. It just makes sense. You wouldn't be playing as, anybody else if it was a remake. It would be, that's the point of a remake. You're supposed to recreate the exact same journey, but just upgrade it so it looks better. That's the point of a remake. A reboot is different, though. A reboot can take you into the future of a specific area. For example, let's take Kanto, right? If we take Kanto and we reboot it, then okay, we're not playing as Red and Blue anymore because they were in the past. Now we're going back to this region, but in a different timeline, right? In a different point in time where you're playing as new characters, new individuals. To do a comparison, a really bad one, I guess, is that, for example, the Ghostbuster movies with the new female leads. Those were reboots, right? Because they were still in the same universe, but it was just new characters, right? It wasn't a remake because it wasn't recreating the same movies from the past. It was essentially just rebooting the franchise, restarting the franchise, so to say, more like a reimagining of the franchise, so to say. And that's what I think this game is going to be. It's not going to be a remake, so we should not expect the same story and that sort of stuff. I think it's going to be different. And the reason I mention this is because I've been looking at some things that I think are interesting. For example, Rainbow Rocket came from a parallel world in which the player doesn't exist. Ultra Sun and Moon fan meeting. Now, it was told during the Ultra Sun and Moon fan meeting where Masuda and, them dudes were there, and people were asking questions, and they pointed out the Rainbow Rocket are not from the region of, Alola, and they're not from that world that we played in Ultra Sun, Ultra Sun and Moon within. They aren't from there. They're from a different world. Now, what I'm thinking is that perhaps Giovanni is from this world that we're going to be playing within right now. I think Giovanni is going to be maybe from this world that we're going to be playing within these new games on the Switch. He's going to be from there, and he's going to have some sort of impact on everything that's happening there. And I think that what's going to be happening is actually going to be this right here, the ultra shiny stuff. Now, as you guys may remember, there was this kind of trademark by Nintendo, Game Freak, and also Creatures Inc., which are all the three companies involved in the development of Pokemon games, and they trademarked ultra shiny, and the trademark was very wide. It wasn't a trademark for just a specific one thing. It was a trademark for many things. And in Japanese, the kind of translation for shiny Pokemon, the literal shiny translation, is varicolor, right? It isn't many colors or varicolors, whatever. It isn't shiny. They don't use the word shiny for shiny Pokemon in Japan. They use something else. So I think ultra shiny I think what that is going to be some sort of new gimmick. Now, when I'm talking about gimmicks, I'm talking something like, Alola forms or Mega Evolutions or something within that range, right? A new gimmick. Something that, we're going to be able to collect, because I don't think this game is going to have new Pokemon, and that's what scares me the most. I really want to see new Pokemon and new starters, and there is a possibility for that, because keep in mind, if it's a reboot, there is a chance that the region has evolved, the region has changed, new Pokemon have migrated and that sort of stuff, or been brought into the region, or been brought from a different region into, Kanto and stuff, and we don't even know if we're going to be playing in Kanto in this game. I mean, most likely, because it's yellow and stuff, but there's a chance we won't. But my point is, if we're not going to be getting new Pokemon, which I think very likely we won't, then we must be getting some sort of new form of Pokemon, right? So I think the new form of Pokemon we're going to be getting is going to be these ultra shiny things, which are going to be essentially just like new variants of Pokemon, whether they be like variants in color or like variants in typing or movesets or whatever, I don't know, but I think we're going to be getting a gimmick like that in this game, and that's something I want to bring up because this is something people have forgotten about. People haven't been talking about this, but keep in mind, this trademark is still up here, it's still there, it's still going through, it isn't dead, it's still up on the freaking, you know, up in the air. We don't know what it's about, and I think it may be related to this game, and it's going to have something to do with the brand new gimmick. That's what I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. I really hope it is, though, and I want to know your opinions, guys. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below on that one. But that's not all. The next thing I want to go through is some of the information coming from Paul Ryan, which is essentially an individual that is very smart when it comes to, you know, or not very smart, but rather, I mean, he is probably smart, but like, my point is, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to merchandise within Pokemon. That's what I kind of want to get across. He knows a lot about that sort of stuff, and he's been posting stuff like this, like reminded that the Kotobukiya red figurine was re-released this year, specially made in 2016 for the 20th anniversary, and it was re-released this year. And the green is with Eevee, or green is with Eevee, and then, you know, you have also red with Pikachu, which is, again, just pointing towards this stuff, like this weird-ass potential for yellow remakes and stuff, and that's so weird to me, or like reboots rather, not remakes, and it's very strange. But then he also mentions, just to clarify, that the term "Let's Go" has been coined a few times in merchandise this year, so there's that too. Eevee has appeared in all aspects of merchandise, including the Movie 21, promotions, Pokemon Center, Banpresto, Takara Tomy, WCT, and more. And of course, also, it has the Project Eevee Twitter, a brand new Twitter made, like, I think last year, sometime early last year, or late last year, sorry, it was made, and it's been up since then. So my point is that I agree with him. This most likely is real based on how much they've been promoting Eevee and Pikachu as of late. So I think that may be what we're going to be getting ourselves here. But he's also been just saying other stuff, like, just to clarify that the term "Let's Go" has been coined, and this is just the same thing again. But you kind of get the point. Now, this is one of the first things I want to go back to, or rather, you know, the one about the Ultra Shiny. I want to know what that could be, because I think that's going to be a gimmick. If we're not getting new Pokemon, we need to get something new, because they know that the dedicated fans, the fans who buy the main series games consistently, will be very angry if they don't get something new. They don't want the same thing. We don't want exactly the same thing. We want something new, and I'm very worried about this game. I am very worried. I want something new. I don't want just simply remakes. I don't think we're going to be getting remakes, but if we're getting reboots, add something new. And I think these Ultra Shinies could be, or whatever these things are, could be a good kind of thing to essentially keep us going, right? And have something to do in the game and search for, and, you know, beyond just the normal Pokemon we already know about. Because we all know about every Pokemon, you know, from Gen 1 to Gen 7. We get them. We already own them. We already have them. We want to find new Pokemon, explore new regions, new areas, and that sort of stuff. So I'm very worried about this game, but I'm slightly excited, slightly on the worried side. I don't know what to really feel. I'm a bit torn. But next up is this one right here. The rumor that the mysterious Lapras image revealed the new Switch games, right? So you all remember the image. I'm going to show it right here. There you go. So there it is. Two different versions of it. But this is the image, guys, and I think this image is real, because this image was leaked by none other than Pixelpar, who was the person who was hinting all this stuff all along, and ever since, like, March, he's been hinting at these Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee stuff. He's been hinting at it, and he was the one who posted this image. Now, I could be just saying here that this could be an early development type of photo, like, you know, prototype, so it wasn't fully done yet and that sort of stuff, but keep in mind, this image right here did mention something very important, and that was the rumor that it brought along. And I'll actually find the actual rumor right here, and I'll actually read through you guys what it actually said. But it says right here, so it mentions that Pokéride seems to be coming back, following Pokemon, and battles start by running into a Pokemon, or at least it seems like it. Unlike previous installments in which players would randomly trigger battles while walking through grass or surfing across the water visibly and clearly show Pokemon models on the route swimming underneath and around you. Whether they aggressively try to chase you down or not only remains to be seen. So what I'm thinking is that the influence from Pokemon Go will be this. This is the influence I think we'll be seeing. And now you may be wondering, what are you talking about? Well, here's the thing, right? They keep talking about, like, some sort of influence from Pokemon Go and stuff. I don't think they're going to be changing our battle system, our trading, our story, or any of that sort of stuff to be like Pokemon Go. I think the only thing they're going to be doing, though, is making the Pokemon in the wild visible, the same way they are in Pokemon Go, right? They're going to be seen in the wild as you're walking around. You're going to be able to see, like, a Gyarados swimming through water, or a Magikarp, or, I don't know, a Tentacool Tentacruel or whatever, like you're gonna be able to see them actually around you. Or maybe you go into a forest and you see a Caterpie walking around, or you see a Pikachu running, through the forest, or I don't know, a Pidgey flying by or something like that. You're gonna be able to interact with these Pokemon directly, right? You won't need to go through grass to encounter them, but rather they're gonna be actual wild encounters around you, which would be pretty cool, because that would expand this potential of this game way farther than what I would have expected. I would love that. I know a lot of people don't want that. I would love that. That'd be so much fun. Because think about it. You wouldn't just have to, walk through grass to find Pokemon. And for shiny hunting, this could make it harder, but also way more fun and way more entertaining to do, and not super easy. Because I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon made shiny hunting kind of easy and kind of boring also. I mean, the wormholes were fun, but like the normal shiny hunting with the SOS was very boring. I think this could be way more fun and has way more potential, but I could be wrong. But I also think that if Pokemon are in the wild around you and, aren't just in the grass, there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of things you can do there that are beyond the scope of what you can do with any Pokemon game at the time. So I think there is a lot of potential with that, guys. So I don't really know what to say, guys, but I want to know your opinions on this. Do you think this is possible? Because keep in mind, this was an old image. This image has been around for a long time now. It's been out for almost 2 months, and nobody was able to debunk it. And it shows clearly Route 21 from Kanto. It shows Route 21, and that means we most likely will be going back there. Keep in mind, they also mentioned in the latest leak that you're going to be able to use the old Pokéride stuff, and that right there is the old Pokéride stuff. And it also mentions stuff like, the graphics, like people have been mentioning graphics being like just a, upscaled version of, Sun and Moon. And Ultra Sun and Moon, that's exactly what this game looks like to me. And that's what I think we're going to be getting, guys. So I don't know what to feel about this. I don't know what you guys feel about it. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Waffle Rowlett. Have a great day. And bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.